What's happening, everybody? It's Sean with Reactions to the Classics. Today we got a song battle with Steppenwolf. Their song's Rock Me versus Monster, brought to us by friend, longtime supporter, patron of the channel, and song battle aficionado Seals. Thank you, Seals. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the patrons who make this thing go. If you'd like to support us in any way, check out that Patreon link below or the patron link on the end screen. We could not do it without them. Seals says for March, which is March of 2024, I'm doing this battle for, I give you two lesser-known Steppenwolf songs. Their two most popular songs are Born to Be Wild and Magic Carpet Ride, which I'm sure you know and everyone else has heard ad nauseum, so I won't go there. All right, so we'll kick it off with Rock Me from the album At Your Birthday Party in 1969, their third studio album. Seal says it's their third most popular song, so behind Magic Carpet Ride and Born to Be Wild. I found it went to 10 in the US, 4 in Canada. It appeared on the soundtrack to the movie Candy. It was written by the band's lead singer, John Kay. Dave Grusin used the song when he scored the 1968 psychedelic sex farce movie Candy, in which it's the culmination of the soundtrack. Not familiar with Candy. So you got John Kay on lead vocals, rhythm guitar, and harmonica, Michael Monarch on lead guitar, Goldie McJohn on organ and piano, Nick St. Nicholas on bass, and Jerry Edmonton on drums. I'm going to have the lyrics up as always. Thanks again, Seal. Rock Me, a really good song. You know, this girl's coming looking for answers, and he's just kind of telling her, let's hope there's a there's a better way. Until then, you just got, there's a better thing waiting for us. Until then, you just got to kind of push through. But I did read that the bridge at the end inspired Santana in Chicago. I don't know if that's true or not. I read that in one place, couldn't find it anywhere else, but really good, really well done. And the drumming by Jerry Edmonton, I thought, was a standout. All right, now we're going to go to a 9-minute epic, Monster. And it's three things, really. It's Monster, Suicide in America. It's all one song, it's a medley, man, and that's the way it's presented. So Seal says it's off the Monster album in 1969, their fourth studio album. So if you remember, their third studio album, At Your Birthday Party, is what the last song, Rock Me, was off of, both in 1969. It's back when, man, they expected artists to churn out 1, 2, sometimes 3 albums a year if you were CCR. Seal says it starts as a history of America and ends with a plea for help. It was their first LP with new lead guitarist Larry Byram instead of Michael Monarch. That's the only change on the musicians. The album was Steppenwolf's most political album, making references to important issues at the time, such as the Vietnam War.
The religious, the hunted and weary, chasing the promise of freedom and hope, came to this country to build a new vision, far from the reaches of kingdom and gold. Like the Christians, some would burn the witches, later some got slaves to gather riches, but still from near and far to seek America, they came by thousands to guard the wild. But she just patiently smiled and bore a child to be the spirit and guiding light. And once the ties with the crown had been broken, westward and saddle and wagon had went, until the railroad linked ocean to ocean, many the lives which had come to an end. While we bullied, stole and bought a homeland, we began the slaughter of the red man. But still from near and far to seek America, they came by thousands to guard the wild. But she just patiently smiled and bore a child to be the spirit and guiding light. The blue and gray, they stopped it, they kicked her just like a dog. And when the war was over, they stopped it just like a hog. And though the past has its share of injustice, kind was the spirit in many a way. But its protectors and friends have been sleeping. Now it's a monster and will not obey. The spirit
Now we're on to Suicide.
and justice, and its keepers seem generous and kind. Its leaders were supposed to serve the country, but now they won't pay no mind. 'Cause the people grew fat and got lazy, and now their vote is a meaningless joke. They babble about law and order, but it's all just an echo of what they've been told. Yeah, there's a monster sits there watching. The cities have turned into jungles, and corruption is spreading the land. The police force is watching the people, and the people just can't understand. We don't know how to mind our own business, 'cause the whole world's got to be just like us. Now we are fighting a war over there. No matter who's the winner, we can't pay the cost. 'Cause there's a monster on the loose. It's got our heads into the noose, and it just sits there, watching.
Obviously, we started America. right, Monster / Suicide / America, Steppenwolf. What a song. What a song, and takes us through, I mean, all kinds of fantastic stuff. It talks about the founding of the United States, right? Once the religious, the hunted and weary, chasing the promise of freedom and hope, came to this country to build a new vision, far from the reaches of kingdom and pope. Like good Christians, some would burn the witches. Later, some got some slaves to gather riches. So talking about how, it's glorified so often, the founding of this country that I live in, but there's a lot of bad stuff in there. Once the ties with the crown have been broken, they went westward and they connected the railroad ocean to ocean. While we bullied, stole, and bought our homeland, we began the slaughter of the red man. But still from near and far to seek America, they came by thousands to court the wild. But she just patiently smiled and bore them a child to be their spirit and guiding light. And then kind of talks about the Civil War. And though the past has its share of injustice, kind was a spirit in many a way, but its protectors and friends have been sleeping. Now it's a monster and will not obey. So that takes us right into suicide. The spirit, it was freedom and justice, and its keepers seemed generous and kind. Its leaders were supposed to serve the country, but now they won't pay it no mind. And then they just go on about we've kind of become lackadaisical about it and lazy. Cities have turned into jungles, and corruption is strangling the land. The police force is watching the people, and the people just can't understand. So just kind of go on in the course, because there's a monster on the loose. It's got our heads into the noose, and it just sits there watching. And then we go to America, right? The last quote song. I mean, it's a song, but there's not much to it. It's just, America, where are you now? Don't you care about your sons and daughters? Don't you know we need you now? We can't fight alone against the monster. And it was just a wonderful harmony chorus in there. The melody was fantastic. It was very, very catchy. So that was a really good way to end that off. The guitar work, and remember, this is first Steppenwolf album by Larry Byram, was absolutely top notch. I mean, it was the highlight of this thing for me. So that's a fantastic song or songs. So now we got to go to a winner. And for me, it's not even close, right? Even though I liked Rock Me, I mean, this monster medley is fantastic. Didn't know that was out there. Didn't know Steppenwolf had this in them. So let me know who you think won down below. What are your favorite Steppenwolf songs? Are they the big two, Born to Be Wild and Magic Carpet Rider? Do you like something else better? I think I like this better. Maybe it's because I've heard the other two, as Seals put, ad nauseum. But let me know who you think won below, and give me some other suggestions. And thanks again to Seals for bringing this one. And until next time, I will see you.